Hey guys, my name is Kholo Makgopa. I am 24 years of age. I am from Pretoria, born and bred. I'm an architecture student doing my fourth year, finally. I'm making my furniture and let's get right into it. First question, how and when did you start making your own furniture pieces? I started making my furniture pieces, like officially, if I can put it like that, back in November 2019. I remember my third year was very hectic, like we were always busy, and then at the back of my mind I was wondering like what am I going to do after exams. I needed to keep myself busy because I was so used to being busy all the time. So I figured, hey, let me just renovate my bedroom. And that's how it all started. So that's how and when I started. Do you genuinely enjoy making these DIY projects? Yes, I do. I really do, honestly. It's all I do basically during in my free time. So I do. Where do you find your inspiration for these projects? I find inspiration everywhere. I look at you and I see it as inspiration. No, I'm joking, but I literally find inspiration anywhere. I see a piece I like, I look at it, and then I just take what I like from it and then try to incorporate it in what I want to do. So just, it's everywhere. Next question, before cutting and assembling materials, do you have to plan and draw everything out first? I don't, but I need to start doing that. I would advise you to. Planning is very important, extremely important, because I've encountered so many problems because I didn't plan ahead, so I would advise you to plan. Have you ever gotten injured while working on a project? Yes, I have. Several times. I remember I even had like a first aid kit next to me because I knew I was gonna get hurt. I remember this one time I actually stepped on a nail. Very painful, extremely painful, but hey, I had to move on. Is cereal soup why or why not? Cereal, guys. First of all, I don't like soup. And I love cereal, so no. Cereal ain't soup. Okay, don't ruin this for me. Don't. Is it cheaper to make your own furniture? Absolutely, it is. Furniture is super expensive, guys. It's extremely expensive. So, if you make it yourself, like you look at something and then you use recycled materials and you make it yourself, and you save money. Unlike buying a whole piece for like $2,000 when you can make it for like 50 rand. So it's definitely cheaper. What are the 5 must-have woodworking tools for DIY beginners? A hammer, a ruler, or measuring tape, whichever one. A jigsaw. It's very important because you need to cut. Either way, whether it's electrical or the manual one, still important. A sander, guys. Your work needs to look neat, so a sander just sums everything up. So a sander. Depending on what you're doing and what you're using, but I use drills a lot, so I'd say that too. But you could use like glue to like stick things together. but a drill for me is necessary because I use it all the time. So those are the 5 things that are important. What is the one thing you wish you knew before making your first piece of furniture? Like I said, planning. I don't plan, and I still don't. I think I'm gonna start doing it. So planning, because there are times where I needed to go buy materials because I didn't plan ahead. Like things were lacking. I didn't have everything on me, so I had to go to the shop, come back, and then I realized like, oh no, I need more nails, and then I had to go back. You know, it's just one of those things. So that's what it was. Have you ever sold some of the pieces you've made? If so, how do you decide on a price? I haven't sold anything yet. For now, I'm still doing pieces for me. So until I'm satisfied, I'll start making pieces that I'm going to start selling. In terms of pricing them, I think I would look at like similar furniture pieces from like stores, and then if it's like 20k there, I'd charge people like at least like 15, you know. Did architecture trigger your love for DIY furniture? Absolutely. I don't think I would have done any of this if it weren't for architecture. I mean, with architecture, I got all the exposure I needed. I mean, even with like experience and the process of design as a whole. How many chickens would it take to kill an elephant? Okay. So back in primary, I read a story. I think I read it or heard it somewhere there. A story about a fly, I think, and an elephant getting into it. And the fly ended up killing the elephant or defeating it. If it killed it, then it's just a weird story to tell kids. But anyways, yes, that happened. So I think 3 chickens, like 2 would just poke the eyes, and then 1 would just like shut the trunk with like the beak. Then I think that's it. What can you do from there? What was your first big project? Oh, what was your first big tool purchase? So with me, I went all in. Like I didn't give myself a chance to like gradually start like making my own. I just like went all in. I bought everything I needed, all the tools, and yeah. So I bought my jigsaw, clamps. I haven't bought material like nails and glue and everything else. I bought what other thing? A sander, a drill. Yeah, I think that's it. Can't remember everything, but I bought a lot of stuff. Hey? But they were quite cheap. They were quite affordable. Because everything I bought, I think they were less than 1,000 rand. So, I think I did well with that. What is your best advice for DIYers? You need to be passionate about it, guys. This is like it's a tedious process because you will encounter like challenges and you will feel defeated and drained because it requires a lot, like a lot. So you need to be in it. Like you need to be like ready for everything and prepared. Like plan, save up all the money you have. Because unless if you your money, unlike some of us, yeah, it's gonna chow your budget, yeah. the materials. Depending, guys, I'm broke. I'm a student, so 1,000 rand to me is like a million. So it literally chows all my money. So what else? Yeah, like planning is very important. I'm gonna emphasize on that. Planning is important. Uh, um, where do you purchase your materials and how do you choose them? Okay, so all these things that I can't get at like local stores, like nails and stuff. This, okay, we only have the closest stores I have, which are called warehouses. I have maybe two. I think it's Builders. Is it Builders? Or Build it. Yes, in Chamberlain. So, but I mostly go to Chamberlain, guys. Um, what are you working on at the moment? Are there any projects that you can shed some light on? Right now, no. Like I said, this thing requires like passion. So right now, I'm busy with school, and I need time to make at least one project. So, but then I'm planning. Yes, important. I am planning on making a couch because my mom says she wants something. What kind of secret society would you like to start? Okay, so I am obsessed with aliens, guys. I believe we're not the only living entities in this universe. So, I know for a fact that the Pentagon, anyways, one of those knows something about aliens. So I would say let's invade Area 51, see what's going on down there. And yeah, so I need people, guys. Let's come together. Let's make this happen. What was the first piece you made and do you still have it? I made a table, a glass table. I didn't make it, I just assembled things together. Okay, so here's the backstory, right? In first year we needed a light table so we could trace since we're still learning. And it was so expensive, guys. A light table at the time was like 1.5, and like I said, I'm not money. So I used to use the table in the TV room, and then everybody would just fight with me because I took up all the space. So that's when I figured like I needed to make a plan. So I told myself like one day I will make a plan. And then one day came when I went to my dad's work and I found an old steel like legs. You know those old tables we had back in high school, like those steel legs. Yes, I found that, and then it was like a rusted and stuff, and I just loved it. I took it. I was like, I'm gonna make a plan. And then I went to like a local glassware somewhere around, and then I asked for a piece of glass that I could just put on top. And yeah, so now I just use that, and then I just put like a torch at the bottom of the table. That's a light table. I can trace it. Works as well as a light table, and at least I can still use it now because we don't need light tables anymore. So it's a win for me and a lose for them. What does your workspace look like, guys? Hey, yo, guys. So I always argue with my mom with this one because I work everywhere. Literally everywhere. When I say everywhere, I mean everywhere. Even in the kitchen, I can just start. Guys, when I say everywhere, I mean everywhere. But luckily, I clean up afterwards. I don't have an official workspace yet, because I still live at home, guys, and nobody's willing to make space for me. So, yeah. PPE, keep it or ditch it. I don't use it. I don't use it because, guys, it's heavy. I ditch it, but what I would advise you to keep it. Um, would you rather be the best player on a horrible team or the worst player on a great team? Who wants to be a loser, guys? No one. So you surround yourself with winners, you're gonna end up being a winner. You surround yourself with losers, you might just turn into them. So I would rather be the worst player and the greatest team ever, because looking from the outside, I don't think you'd look like a loser because you're surrounded by winners. You automatically look like a winner, and you learn from them, so you will eventually be like them. Fake it till you make it. Would you ever open your furniture store? Yep, and yep. Hopefully, it'll happen, but I will make it happen. I mean, I enjoy what I do, and yeah, I just have to plan and make sure it happens. Are you ever dissatisfied with your own work? Absolutely. That's a given. I feel like with everyone, if you don't fail, if I can say that, then you're not doing something wrong. You can't always be perfect. But are you? So yeah, there are times where I am not satisfied with my work, but I push. I mean, making furniture is like trial and error, especially if you're a beginner. You will encounter each problems and you learn from it. So don't see it as a lose anything, just see it as like a learning curve. Does it get better with time? Is your most recent project a lot easier than the first one you worked on? Yes. No, yes, no. I think it depends really, because every project has its own challenges. So I can't really say, but with experience, because it's easier for you to solve the problems. However, you will encounter different challenges based on what you're doing. So it's like a 50-50 thing, depending on how you see it. Yes, it gets better with time in terms of solving it and making it work, but you will encounter challenges with every piece you make. So you will find something new to learn, trust me. Quote of the day. Okay, so it says, anyone can be cool, but awesome takes practice. I feel like it's self-explanatory. I mean, guys, things don't just come easy. You need to practice. I mean, if you're like super talented, then good for you. But I mean, in order to maintain that talent, you need to practice to become the greatest. Because I mean, how many people have the same gift as you? So it's really up to you to stand out. So okay, guys, as for like handles and stuff, I don't have social media, so I'm just doing my own thing. Anyways, thank you for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed making it. So yeah, share, like, and subscribe, guys. Support young creators. So yeah, thank you very much.